So before the accident, I was a supervisor for a bricklaying company. The day of the accident, the morning of the accident, I left my house. It was early, it was still dark. So it must have been around 6, half 6 in the morning. I went to cross the road and the minivan just came, obviously must have put his foot down. And I just remember like seeing it coming and kind of a few steps and putting my arms out and so on. And it just hit me and I must have flew a good few meters and done a couple of roly-polies. You don't want to feel like a moron, so I've jumped up straight away. The person's gone, "Are you okay?" Yeah, I'm all right, I'm all right. I took a few steps, realised I wasn't okay, and then dropped back on the floor. I had bruised wrists, obviously. There was a bruise on the back of my head where I hit the floor, and also broken coccyx was the main one, really. When they done the MRIs and whatnot, he mentioned my wrists looked bad, which I didn't feel it at the time. But as the time has gone on, I do get slight little twinges in my wrist, which I never had before the accident. The weeks after the accident, it did kind of happen at a really bad time because we'd just bought a new house and was in the middle of doing it up. So that delayed the moving in of the property and everything because I was bedridden for a week at least. I'm self-employed at work, even though I've worked for the company for 13 years. It's construction, so in construction, they rarely give you a contract. So yeah, it was a worry of how am I going to get paid and whatnot, and for those couple of weeks that I was off. I didn't make the claim within the first week. It may have just been after the first week, and I don't remember anything being difficult. It was always just, you know, I rang, I gave my details. Every time I did email and ask for an update, to be fair, I was always contacted back quite quickly. When they first said, "This is what you might get," I was blown away. Like, what? Jesus, that's something. There was quotes of like life-changing sums. I mean, I know it's a life-changing accident, so maybe it kind of evens itself out with a life-changing sum, but it's not what I was expecting. When the settlement offer came in, the second one, it was a lot. It was a lot. It was more than I expected when I put the claim in, without doubt, without a shadow of that, tenfold. Any advice I'd give is, what have you got to lose, you know? I mean, if you've been hurt, if it's not your fault, even if sometimes it can be 50-50, but I mean, you've got nothing to lose of making a claim. You know, you'll be told there or then whether or not you've got a possibility of getting some compensation. So I don't see why you wouldn't, to be honest.